Everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting review and another Oberbayern pills. This one is from Graminger Weissbräu, and it's from the town Altötting in eastern Oberbayern, and it comes in this 0.33 liter gourmet bottle, as it's called, which is quite common for the beer style pills to use 0.33 liter bottle. I don't know the reason for that actually, why it's more common for the pills to be filled in the smaller bottle comparing to the other beer styles, Lager and Dunkel and Helles and Zwickel and Graminger and I mean Weissbräu. All those beer styles are basically often in the big bottles, but Pils is often in the small bottles for some reason. I don't know why, but this brewery, Graminger Weissbräu, is coming from the town Altötting, which has one other brewery in their town, which is called Altötting Hellebräu, which I'm gonna review from in the future. But I decided that this Pils is gonna be quite good choice from this brewery, even though the brewery's name is Weissbräu. They still brew a Pils, which of course not is a Weissbier, so I don't know why they call themselves Graminger Weissbräu, since they don't only brew Weissbiers. Not maybe a little bit strange, but here is a top cap and the back, no back label, and the front label of Graminger Pils. Not the funniest looking label, but it looks like this anyway. And of course I'm gonna read the information from that bottle later on the review. Let's start with open up the bottle. This bottle shape is also not that common. I remember that I had Friedman Pils from Grafenberg from this type of bottle also. So you can go back and check out that review also if you're interested. But let's pour it up like this. And of course I'm gonna use the Pils glass for this Pils beer style. And you can see very many small bubbles rising up and a big white foam crown also, which is important to put up, especially on this beer style. It really helps the right aromas to be unleashed, in my opinion. So meanwhile, while we wait for the big foam to sink down, we can read some information from the brewery's website, which I'll of course link to in the description box below. The sisters Birgit Strasser and Sabine Detter, both master brewers, are responsible for the unfiltered Graminger wheat beer specialties. In the brewing family, particularly value is placed on regionality, both in the brewery and the brewery inn. Therefore, only Bavarian raw materials are used for the production of our tasty beers. The love of the product and craftsmanship of brewing beers is transferred to all areas in production. In contrast to industrial production, we still have a lot of contact with our natural product during production. We take our time brewing and it pays off. We are therefore particularly proud of our 4 gold medals and 1 bronze medal at the European Beer Star Awards. That's of course something positive. Let's see if we can pour up some more like this, and meanwhile we can continue looking at the label of Graminger Pils, looking like this, and the information that is Graminger Pils, Zutaten, Wasser, Gerstenmalz, Hopfen, alcohol content 4.8% volume, gebraut in Baumburg für Graminger Weissbräu, kg 84503, Altötting, Graminger Weissbräu DE. Of course, great information. And yeah, let's get the aroma also, which is of course really fresh. Easy to feel the fresh hops taste of it. Here we have it all into the glass, and then it's time to try the Graminger Pils. Looking perfect with the foam, in my opinion, so let's give it a try. Prost! Yeah, course you can feel the natural hops taste, which is dominant in my opinion, and it is very special, and of course always right time for an Oberbayern Pils. One of my favorite beer styles at the moment, I must say, because of the strong, dry, grassy hops bitterness that is so fresh and so natural and really something special in my opinion. So this one is a big recommendation, and of course I'll hope that you're gonna check out the brew's website also as well. After the review I'll link to the brew's website as always. Let's meanwhile take a look at the brew's page in the book about Bavarian breweries. This book right here by Markus Overpers. Here you can see Graminger, Weissbräu, where it's located in Bavaria, Altötting in Oberbayern, and the information that is Altötting, Oberbayern, Graminger Weissbier 5.2% volume, Graminger Weissbräu, Graminger Weissbräu DE, founded 1900. Birgit Detter and Sabine Detter is the brewmasters. Graminger Weissbier, Weissbräu Graminger seit 1900. Graming 79, 84503 Altötting. And that's the information from that book about that brew. Some more history about this brew from the brew's website. There are traditions that we are worth carrying on. This also includes brewing a beer that is archetypal and unmistakable as the place where it's brewed. In 1900, the Graminger-based master blacksmith came up with the idea of setting up tables and selling beer and snacks to waiting farmers. Back then, he made the beer himself with a large wash kettle, and it must have been tasting good because the business soon went so well that he could no longer cope with it in this context. He also sold newly founded brewery and built a new forge next to the door. The Weissbräu changed hands more than 10 times until 1920, when master brewer Josef Kräschütz acquired the property. Today, his great-granddaughters, the master brewers Birgit Strasser and Sabine Detter, and hotel manager Iris Detter, run the business with their parents Karlmann and Inge Detter. In 1929, Josef Kräschütz brewed a wheat bock, which he called Berggeist. Its label was adorned with a lovely donkey riding on a billy goat. This picture is still alive in our inn. In 1959, Karl Detter transformed the thing into a mischievously grinding one who stirs in the beer brew cattle. The Daife can still be found today on wood carving at our regulars table. In 1970s, Karlmann Detter, the grandson of Josef Kräschütz, took over the Daife into the brewery logo. From this on, a beer was created in 2018, the Graminger Daife. The three Detter sisters then modified the Daife a little as a trademark for our each beer, so to speak, and incorporated it into the current beer labels. That's the story behind the logo of this brewery. But I think that's it for now. Hope you like my reviews, and see you again in the next Bavarian beer review.